Hello, Lake Elsinore and ham radio world. Today we're going to talk about Elsinore and ham radio. Lake Elsinore is a very good town for a radio location. Okay, plenty of repeaters out there we can operate, and very good simplex operation. Right over that direction is the Elsinore repeater. Right over here is the Clara 145-220 repeater, and they also got a 1.2 repeater up there. And Lake Elsinore repeater used to be at the lookout, but they've been having problems with it, the terrorist attacks. People go over there, they do things and damage their repeater. But anyways, the lake looks really good. Yeah, it's pretty well open there. It's you're not your signal's not being boxed in. You would think, oh wow, you probably wouldn't get much because of the mountains. No, it gets out very well. Just in simplex operation, you should have no problem getting into Huntington Beach, or if you want to do a repeater, you can hit the Catalina repeater. You don't really need a real expensive antenna. You can build a little J-pole and it'll get right in there. Yeah, some people, they'll put down a J-pole and, oh, it's just a dummy. That's probably just some kind of antenna builder. You know, it's nice to have a little more gain if you could, but it all depends where you live. Okay, and the people I feel really sorry for are the ones that lived in moved into an HOA, because now they got to hide their antennas, whatever. They got to be creative how to do it. Well, anyhow, I'm running an FT60 ASU with the diamond antenna. I don't know if you can see the model number or not, and I'm using a GoPro, and the display is a little small, and some of these cameras don't look too, can't see very well in the sunlight. Yeah, it's still a lot of fun with it, using the radio compared to your old cell phone, you know. But yeah, I tried to get my granddaughter into it, but she turned out to be one of those nerd who wants to play with the cell phone, you know, texting. But you know, if some people, they complain about the internet bill and all that, you know, you can tie your little computer into a radio and you can do a little packet operation. Ask me if you don't have to look at pretty pictures or anything like that, but you can send messages back and forth to your friends, whatever. But yeah, you'd really enjoy it out there, and you need it, because every time we have an earthquake out here, you try to make a phone call with your cell phone, and it could be a 2 on the Richter scale. You can't make a phone call because everybody tied up the cell phone or sites, or they shut them down only for certain people get into it. I don't know, but yeah. And one thing about it, there's plenty of good little spots you can sit, you know, around Elsinore, and it's a great radio location. You in your car or out in your handheld. And all you guys, people out there hiking, like hiking in the hills, yeah, you definitely want a two-way radio with you, just in case. If you slip and fall, whatever. And but there's some other features out there that works really good. People checking out is Onyx. That's pretty neat how that thing works, that system. But yeah. Now, sometimes people, they get out of line. It happened to a friend of mine. He lived in an area, kind of an apartment type deal, duplex, you'd say. The county came down on him and told him, you got to take your antennas down. You got too many up. They can't do that. That's out of their jurisdiction. Best thing, if they ever do that to you, you tell them, okay, and you go to your city hall there, take down those antennas. Tell the police department to take down their antennas, you know. Yeah, because they try to overrule it, and they're not supposed to be doing that. One time I had a neighbor call the police, and the cop told me, hey, you're going to get in trouble with the FCC. This was on my old citizen band day, and I wasn't running no power. I said, go ahead and call them, you know. Now, it's a shame you got these cheap Chinese radios. You can buy a Bofang for 30 bucks. Dual band radio, okay. This is the quality as nice as the top three, you know, ICOM, Yaesu, and Kenwood, but I don't know, man. I still like the old anchor boat radios compared to some of this new stuff, all this little tiny chips, which are probably more susceptible to getting damaged from static. Now, if you're going to run HF, one thing you need to do is talk to some of the hams out there, the older ones. Okay, been in it longest. Ask them what they use for static DC protection, okay, because static electricity build up in the air and it'll travel down your antenna and blow up your radio. So you need like a resistor or a choke up there to kill it. Let's put it on scan, see who's out there. I know no one's talking. Ah, that's pretty good for clear. But up there also we got the wind system. Okay, and that little repeater system, a little radio like this, will allow you to talk into Australia, Germany, some other countries. Okay, because they use it with the internet. They don't use Echolink. Last I know, he was telling me they did flat audio. Okay, a certain way they build up their repeaters and all that. It's a really good system. Yeah, Shorty did a good job on that, building that. Now, one thing you do with ham radio, you will run into. You may run into some snobs out there. You know, oh, you don't know electronics and all that. You shouldn't be on the radio. That's how they feel. Well, some of them don't even know how to work on a car. Maybe they shouldn't be driving a car. If everybody knew how to work on a radio, those technicians wouldn't be making as much money. But yeah, it's a good job skill and all that. And man, you gotta see some of the towers those guys climb. You know they're making bank, okay? And they're making big money. Some people may go home with a few hundred in their pocket. They may go home with a couple of thousand in their pocket for that day. But anyways, yeah, if your kids want to learn a job skill, electronics still the best. Alrighty, especially nowadays with they're trying to cram electric cars down our throats. Well, those who know electronics are going to be very handy to have around, because they'll be able to do some of the repairs on those electric cars that will be coming out. Because they'll understand how to install the batteries, you know. Yeah, because they know how to understand how to do series. Yeah, I remember old Lake Elsinore. You look at a lot of that out there, you didn't see it. It was a field. But they ruined our town. They built too many apartment buildings. See, apartment buildings is what ruins your neighborhood, man, people. Because it draws in the bad crowd. And that's why we have so many druggies. And a lot of these homeless you see running around the neighborhood, some of them are the people from the 80s and 90s. Yeah, they used to be able to have, there used to be campfire rings along here on the lake, but they took them all out. I don't know why. I know they used to have one fire ring towards downtown, but the druggies and the homeless started turning that out into a full-on thing. They're living in the darn inside. You know, I can't what they call that thing. Spanish people have a name for it.